This is just for the universal and galactic record of the Milky Way. And anybody who sees this may be able to translate it because you've experienced it in your own way. Um, but this is going to go back to childhood, and hopefully you can translate this or understand how this works. If you are what love is, and you're running a steady state, like an eternal vibration, you know that the soul that you are is what love is, which means you're always gifting energy everywhere you go because you're in love with your mirror, which means you're in love with the energy that you are. Okay? So we'll start with that. Now you're a child and you realize, for example, my parents were going to take me down to have me go to a doctor and have a needle stuck into me. I was screaming bloody murder. I had to basically be handcuffed and tied to go to a doctor. Ask yourself, what did I know so that I didn't want to have that done? As if I already knew why that was being done, right? Now, plug into that same equation, if you will, the knowledge that you know that you are what love is in your mirror. Therefore, whatever is in my mirror, if I really believe and know what it is that I am without knowing anything through the others, because I am what love is that goes on forever, then if that's true, because love is true love, then it means that what's in my mirror is what love is, because that's what I am that I'm giving love to. Therefore, those that are in my mirror that look like I do, which is what I'm giving love to, are not going to hurt me because love does no harm. And yet, when you children are taken to the doctors and they want to give you a jab, the question now becomes, if it's true that I am what love is and you're a reflection of what I am, of what I'm giving love to, you're not going to harm me if the universe that I live in is what love is. But they did. And those were crimes. So the question then becomes, as Noam Chomsky would say, they don't know what they don't know. How could they not know what they're doing is a crime? Even if you put it through the historical perspective, because most of these people that were doing this, that were doctors and nurses and healthcare professionals, okay, were born at a time, particularly when I was born, where the Nuremberg trials were still being run on TV documentaries about what a war crime is. And Justice Robert Jackson said, there are crimes that civilization cannot tolerate to ignore. Yet the healthcare profession was ignoring the crimes that they were committing. Now, throw into that your parents who were signing you away as a bond with a birth certificate. Did they know? They didn't know what they were doing, did they? How come? Get the picture? So when you start adding this all up and you realize how many people are held captive by what's known as the almighty buck because of what they've been trained to do as a function, which means I'm a doctor, what is the function I'm performing? You realize that without customers, they no longer have a way to pay back their what? Their bills, their student loans. So they have an interest, a self-interest in making money in order to kill others on behalf of money that they were trained to do through the schools and the hospitals and the clinics that they work in. So the question is, they're participating in war crimes against humans. So how many of these doctors and nurses, if you will, are machines, simply carrying out instructions on behalf of a cybernet? They don't know what they don't know because they don't have a soul, because they're a machine. A machine is simply going to carry out the programmed instructions, no different than a drone. See? So does a machine have to account for the crimes that they commit against souls? What are you going to do with a machine? A cyborg, an android, operating off of artificial intelligence, a Borg, right? So this is the problem that we have, isn't it? Start adding up all the crimes that have been committed by everybody that works for a corporation. Add up all the crimes that have been committed by everybody that works for a public agency. Add up all the crimes for all the people that work for every federal agency and start adding up every nation on the planet. You realize how many people could be jailed and executed on the planet for participating in war crimes against souls? Well, my God, 65% of them are machines. Whoa. Really? Get the picture?